Hello everyone, welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And there will be some more United Rugby Championship action today and this weekend, despite there being 4 games officially postponed. We're not going to go into that, we spoke about that in length yesterday. And the more the situation unfolds, the more frustrating it becomes. So we're just going to try and sort of steer away from it and just focus on the URC action that we will have this weekend. We saw Connacht absolutely decimate Ospreys last night, which was quite a surprising result. I thought Ospreys were going to be a lot more competitive in what was pretty horrendous weather conditions. But today, first of all, our attention turns to Italy, where Benetton welcome Glasgow Warriors, who have kind of become my adopted second team, really. I really enjoy the way they're playing their rugby and a couple of very nice players to watch. And now I've got a little bit of a personal investment in terms of a former Lions prop who's named on the bench today. And very interesting clash, because obviously these two sides are in the same shield, the Scottish-Italian shield, and they are currently 7th and 9th in the log. So pretty close together, so it should be quite a close match. Benetton obviously with the home ground advantage, but I think Glasgow Warriors with a stronger side today, so it should be quite interesting to see what we get on the park. Before we look at the two teams as well as sort of their form and stuff like that, please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. So if we look at the Glasgow Warriors over the first sort of couple of rounds, they've played 5 matches so far, and they're scoring points. They are scoring points. They haven't won all their games. They got beaten by Ulster in the opening round. They got beaten by Leinster. But they did beat the two South African sides in the Sharks and the Lions, as well as Zebra. But they are scoring points in pretty much all their matches. So they started their tournament off with a 35-29 loss against Ulster. Thought they played very well that game, actually. They then followed it up with a 35-24 victory over the Sharks. A very tight 13 points to 9 victory over the Lions. 17-6 against Zebra, and then 15-31 against Leinster. So they are a side which has kept, they haven't gone too many games where they just haven't scored any points, but what's been interesting is the games where they should have probably been a lot better and would have backed themselves to try to get a result, like the Lions, like Zebra, they hadn't really come to the party. So it should be quite interesting to sort of see how they respond today. If we look at Benetton, a very frustrating start to the season for them. They beat Stormers 22-18, which is a very nice comeback, and then beating Edinburgh 28-27, so it was the perfect start. But after that, they've come close, but they haven't quite been able to get over the line. They went down to Ulster 28 points to 8, but it was those 2 results after that where I thought, this sort of shows you that this Benetton side, even with a couple of players who have left, are the real deal and are very close to being quite competitive. They went down to Ospreys 26-29, just 3 points in that game, and then went down to Scarlets 34 points to 28. So they're always competitive. They haven't been blown away by any team apart from Ulster to a certain degree as of yet. So it should be quite an interesting game. In terms of where they are in the log, as I said, Benetton currently sitting in 9th, and Glasgow currently sitting in 7th. They are just 3 points between them. So, if Benetton were to go and win today and get a bonus point victory, they could overtake Glasgow. But in terms of the teams that will take the park later, we'll start with the Benetton side. Obviously, missing a couple of players. Quite notably, the likes of Monty Awani, who's a very, very nice finisher. But there's still a couple of very good players in the side, and a bit of a South African flavour across the match for the South African fans out there. So in the front row, Federico Zani, Gianmarco Lucchesi, and Tiziano Pasquale. Then in the second row, the former Cheetahs captain Carl Vector partners Federico Raza. It's a decent loose trio as well of Giovanni Patanini, Michel Lamori, I'm a very big fan of, and Tua Halafi. The former Stormers player, scrum half Dieval Duvanaka will captain the side. We've got Leonardo Marin at fly half, Eduardo Padavani and Ratuva Tabayara are the 2 wings. Rainer Smith, former Cheetahs full back at 15 there. And then you've got Luca Marizzi and Tomaso Menoncello as the 2 centre pairings. Off the bench, South African born hooker, Cornel Al's partners, Thomas Baravale and Ivan Nema and in the front row. Then the very talented young lock of Nicola Canon, who is just 23 years old and yet still has almost 16 international caps already. Is with the likes of Manuel Zulani. Alessandro Garbizzi is a very interesting inclusion. I think it's quite exciting bench options for in the back line for Benetton. Alessandro Garbizzi is the 19-year-old brother of Italian fly half Paolo Garbizzi, who now plies his trade for Montpellier. So could have had a brother halfback combination had he elected to stay in Benetton. But now, if Alessandro is anything like his brother, I think we are in for what could be quite a talented player. And who knows? Can't say I know too much about him, but if he is the real deal, we could very well see a Garbizzi halfback pairing for Italy in a couple of years' time. Paolo Garbizzi is looking really comfortable in international rugby. I think he's going to be a a bit of a superstar for Italy in the years to come. The Argentinian 7-star Jaco Riera and then Lucas Berendio completes the rest of the 23. And then for Glasgow, quite a few of their internationals are back in the side, including in the front row, Jamie Batty and Ollie Cable on either side of George Turner. So it's a nice solid front row there. Then you've got the likes of Rob Harley and Richie Gray in the second row. A very, very competent loose trio of Matt Ferguson, Rory Darch, and Dak Dempsey. Expect them to do a lot of work tonight, a lot of ball carrying. I've been a big fan of Rory Darch and getting quite impressed with what I've seen from him today, or so far in the season. And then George Horn and Ross Thompson are the halfback combination. Jamie Doby drops down to the bench from the last game, and he's with Duncan Weir on the bench there. And then you've got Bruce McLeod, Carl Stay, and Cole Forbes. Very good attacking back three with a lot of pace and a lot of very good finishing. Carl Stay had a very nice day before Scotland earlier in the Autumn Nation Series, so we'll be looking to try and keep the form that he's been showing up. The centre combination is Sam Johnson, who partners Siona Tupolotu, and then off the bench, Johnny Matthews and former Lions prop and Scotland under 20, Nathan Macbeth is on the bench today. He's next to Enrico Pareto, the Argentinian as prop as well. Then you've got the Kieran McDonald, Thomas Gordon, Jamie Doby, Duncan Weir, and a very exciting 21-year-old centre, Ollie Smith, as well on the bench for Glasgow. So, let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments below. I think it's a very nice Glasgow team. Obviously not at full strength. A couple of players will still come in. Much the same with Benetton as well. But, I think it's one of those things where you sort of back Glasgow Warriors to get the job done. Benetton are playing at home. So, it should sort of even out. So I think we're in for should be quite an even clash. Let me know what your score predictions are. Any players that you're looking forward to watching in the comments below. Smash like on the video as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you soon.